Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of 10 Shed Shenanigans. My name's Noah and today we're doing part 2 of the Husqvarna yard tractor. Let's show you what we've got to work with. So the last time you saw this mower, it was on 4 flat tires and was running, but it would not drive out of its own hole because of how flat tires were. Hopped on Marketplace and I got 2 full sets of tires for $40 off of Marketplace. So the rear tires right now are mismatched, as you can tell. Got to get a tube for the one on top that blew a sidewall when I was trying to seat the bead. So I'll put a new tube in that, and that'll be basically good as new. And that one holds air. I got to put some air in that front tire. But we know it runs. We know it tried to drive. We're going to make sure it fully drives. And then we're going to see if we can get it to cut. Because we have, some grass that needs to be cut a little tall. So let's just dive right into it. All right, guys, so like I said, where we left off, we have 4 flat tires. We got it to run, and we got it to kind of drive. Now, we're going to see if we can't back it out and see if it'll engage the PTO, and we'll cut some grass kind of right outside the lean-to. So let's get her fired up with the jump box. I don't have a battery just yet, but we will soon. All right. Pull the choke. It's got fuel. I might have to give her a little snort of some starting fluid and then she'll start. The starter's winging over good though. So pop this little cover off and I'll go grab the starting fluid. And we'll actually, I don't need to pull the complete air filter out because so let me go grab the starting fluid and then I'll be right back. All right, got starting fluid. Now let's wing her over. My little jump box died. Well, need to charge it anyway. I'm gonna charge this and I'll be back. All right, guys, so I got a little impatient. I went and grabbed the big jump box, put it on the timer, choke. Okay, so let's see. That's going to be where my air intake is. Parking brake back on. For some reason it just, I think it had no throttle, but it kind of moved. So see if we can't get it fired back up and we'll drive it back into its place. no throttle or it wasn't getting enough fuel, or the fuel it wanted. So, well guys, I made it like, I don't know, 30 feet away from the shed. It'd take a long way, and I'm sure you heard it just die. Not really sure what that's about, but it's probably trying to burn through some bad fuel or anything that's in it. It's not very happy about that. I need to go see if my jump box is charged, at least enough to get it started, and then I'll see if I can't bring y'all along with me if it's running again. Guys, I'm not too sure if you can hear me, but it's running. It'll just backfire sometimes. I went and robbed the battery out of my mower because I figured maybe something to do with not having a battery was causing it to kind of act funny for not wanting to cut the PTO on. It only does it occasionally. Just cut the PTO on. But I mean, it runs. Now it drives pretty decent. It's just a little smoky. I think it's trying to burn off whatever bad gas was in the tank when I first got it. But I can tell it's sitting crooked because this tire on this side is smaller than this one over here. But I can get a tube for it. You can hear it backfiring. There you go, burned all out. Maybe if I leave the PTO on, it'll help kick it in gear or something. We'll just drive around a little bit. Charge up that battery some. It may be a little dead. I'll drive around the garden. Hope I don't break down out here. That's where the shed is. It's running a little better. The longer we run it, the better chance it stands of burning all that junk out. That's what we're trying to do. And maybe charge up that battery some. Alright, let's see. No. say she's running a little smoky. She's just trying to burn all that junk out. There was some bad gas in that tank, but I'm gonna see if I can't find whatever wiring is for that PTO and figure it out some, because it's obviously not happy. Got the PTO to engage. I had to hook my little mini jump box to it for it to do that. So I'm thinking what it is I just didn't have enough battery voltage to run the PTO. But it sounds like it's about to kill the battery now, or bog it down. So we're gonna shut that off. It sounds like it's about to just die. Let's see if it'll come back on. No, I think the battery jump box came unclipped. What I'm gonna have to do is, go buy me a new battery. There it goes. Turn that off. Come on. Yeah, I think I may have run out of fuel actually. But cool. It runs, it drives, it cuts. Kind of. I need to get a new battery and get a tube for that tire, but I can get the Harbor Freight tube. Let's see if I can reset this and at least make it back to the shop for tonight. Where'd the little button go? Yeah, we may be out of fuel. Uh-oh, I dropped the key. There it is. I have been running this thing a good bit, but that's good. I need to get all that bad fuel out of it. Yeah, I think we're out of fuel. So let me disconnect this. Get her full of, we'll put some fuel in her again tonight. Get her back to the workshop, or at least to the lean-to, which is so very far away. We'll get some fuel in her and then park her back under the lean-to for tonight. Tomorrow, I'll go get an inner tube from the Harbor Freight and probably go get a battery from Walmart. So, but yeah, so I'll get that done and I'll see y'all in the morning, or not tomorrow, but sometime tomorrow. All right, guys, so when we left off, I was out in the middle of the yard trying to, get this thing to crank, and it had basically just run out of gas and all that. Now we're going to try and figure out why the PTO only engages sometimes, which, is this switch over here. So I should have really looked up a wiring diagram before all this, but I didn't, because I don't know, I just didn't. So we're gonna make sure that everything is, properly hooked up, nothing's broken, missing, anything like that. The PTO wiring is on this side, so I may move y'all over here so that way you can see me. I think first I'm gonna get my air compressor and blow all the dirt and everything out of this thing and get this a little more cleaned up, a little more, friendly to work on, and that way we can really see what we're doing. So I'll go get that and then we'll go from there. So yeah, let's get all that started. Alright, so if you notice, I had the hood off. It's because I couldn't really see what I was working with too much, so I took the hood off so I could get a better view of everything. And I figured out why our PTO is not cutting on all the time. It was running, but this little hour meter right here had nothing on it. Put my jump box back on it, and it showed up. And as soon as I pulled the PTO, it fired off. Then I shut it off and pulled the PTO again, and the hour meter cut off. This battery's not putting out enough voltage for it to electronically work everything, because unlike other mowers that are, cable-driven PTO. This one is a electric PTO. So what's happening is I'm not having enough voltage, so what I need to do is go buy a battery. I either need to buy a battery or see if I can charge this one enough, because it works on mine. But that's with me running it for a while. So I'm thinking what I need to do is just charge this battery enough, and that should let the PTO work. I also need to figure out why I can't, throttle it. But I think I may know that issue. I think I don't have a spring or something hooked up right. Or a spring is just very weak. Because that is connected to the throttle. That's what it is. I think my little cable is bent. Either that or it's not adjusted correctly, which is also a possibility. So what we'll do is I'm going to throw this battery on charge really quick and see if I can get it to take a charge. And then I don't have an oil filter, so I need to buy one of those. It's got a new fuel filter. The reason it wouldn't start the other day is I looked in that fuel filter, and this is why you buy clear fuel filters for these things. And it was about half full of water, meaning this tank was sitting outside long enough that it got water in the tank, and it was trying to run on water, which, if you don't know, a gas engine can't run on water. The last person who tried that got killed by the CIA. So I'm going to keep the hood off. The headlights don't work, but I'm sure that's just because, another voltage thing is, it's another thing trying to draw. So what I will do is I'm going to charge this battery and then see if that's enough to get it to do its thing. So, and if it's not, then I'll just come back with a new battery tomorrow. So I'll see y'all either way. Alright, so back out here again tonight. I went and got a battery today during my lunch break because, I have a full-time job. I don't just play around all the time. It'd be nice. It'd be very nice. But I have not made enough on YouTube to start doing anything like that. So I went and got a battery during lunch, and PTO works. Just as I thought. Let the headlight switch on. It did not have enough voltage without the jump box on it to supply the power to the PTO, so it was not letting it come on. And I just ran it through here, cut a little bit of grass. It's late, it's dark. This thing doesn't have headlights because I need to get new bulbs for it, so I will be buying bulbs probably tomorrow. And if you don't know, I'm on Instagram, and it's the exact same logo as the YouTube channel. Still 10 Shed Shenanigans, 10_shed_shenanigans. Follow me on Instagram, and if I am listing a lawnmower, or listing anything really, I'll probably put it on there as well as Facebook. I don't have a Facebook for the channel, so yeah. But I'm gonna get new bulbs tomorrow. But as far as will it mow again? Yeah, it will. It just needed a battery. It needs some fresh gas gone through it a couple times, but that's all, stuff I'm gonna do off camera. I'll probably post a picture after I get it all cleaned up and, looking really nice. But yeah, as far as will it mow, yeah, it will. We took this lawnmower that had been sitting since 2014. That was the last battery that was in this thing. It was 2014. And we took this lawnmower that had been sitting for now 11 years and got it from worthless to running, driving, and cutting grass. The only parts I have in this thing is a battery, these Marketplace tires, which I've still got to put a tube in this one. I have mismatched tires in the back, but I'm waiting to get my tire machine. I will be buying that probably this weekend. get a tube put in this tire, and that way the back will be even, and I'm going to put some slime in these front tires because I got them off Marketplace. So, no, they're not brand new tires, but they are a lot better than what was on it. And then I'll have new headlight bulbs in it. I'm invested just in parts less than $100. That's not including the couple hours of time I have in it. But, you know, cheap lawnmower, spend a little bit of time, a little bit of money into it, and you can have a good running and driving lawnmower. Probably this weekend, whenever I get the tire on, I'll get it washed up, get it cleaned up, polish everything up, and then I'll put a picture on my Instagram and I'll post it on YouTube. But yeah, this one, I dare say, is all wrapped up. Well, guys, thank you for watching. This has been part 2 of the Husqvarna Will It Mow. Excuse me. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Go follow me on Instagram, like I said. Yeah, I'm like 2 subscribers away from being able to do live streams, so that'd be really cool. I could do a live stream on a weekend or a live stream on an evening to do something just really quick. I know I've got some projects I can do with my dad that he would really enjoy, and I think y'all really enjoy to see. Yeah, but this is also the first part 2 that's ever been filmed under the lean-to with the new lights on it. But yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share. I really appreciate it. This has been another episode of 10 Shed Shenanigans.